I'm not mad at you.
On January 7, 2026, a 37 years old, a mother of three, was shot and killed by the ICE officer Jonathan Ross. Many YouTubers, media, attorneys, and other content creators push the idea that Jonathan Ross inserted himself in a situation where he must shoot that young woman. I will address each accusation which is completely not true. You will agree with me that Jonathan Ross discharged his weapon accidentally at best. But I will show you from a different angle. Jonathan Ross could be charged with a homicide and potentially other two guys in his unit. I will be using a case Barnes versus Felix. But first, let me tell you why I'm doing this video. It's not about the money. I don't care about this video to go viral or not. The point of what is going on in Minnesota is very simple. We don't have a solution for illegal immigration. I do have a solution in this book. That's why I'm doing this video. So let's dive in on what happened on the January 7th. Let's start from the number one. People say that Jonathan Ross was filming Renee Good with his cell phone, walking around her car. He changed from his right, because he wanted to use his weapon, to his left, the cell phone. This is the biggest crazy part that anybody could invent. You can see on the video that he actually switches from his right to his left. It's actually on the video.
You want to come at us? You want to come at us?
So you can see that he was standing right here when he switched his cell phone, not when the shooting occurred already when he was on the other side. Let's go to the next one. After passing Renee's wife, he was to the right of the car. In that same moment, the other officers start running at Renee and screaming, "Get off the car." She pulls back, and now he was in front of the car. It's not he who come to the front. This is she who pulled back and was trying to go right. So from his point of view, he was in front of the vehicle. In that moment, you have to ask Renee, what are you thinking you're gonna do? And she wouldn't answer to you because she got spooked. She thought there is a danger. Wherever her explanation could be to you, she didn't know what the hell she is doing. She wanted to get away. But when she pulled back and he reached the gun, at that moment, she didn't put turning lights to the right. She didn't say, "Get away, I'm gonna turn right." At that moment, he didn't know what is going on. In the military or in the police, you don't ask anybody what is going on. You go for the gun. But she is thinking, I need to go to the right. And she starts turning to the right and moving the car. But he is not so far away from the car. He is in front of the car, and you can see on the video.
Get out of the car!
This is the picture where he is just in front of the car and he's close by. She started pulling up. He couldn't say, wait a minute, let me see where the wheels are turned, right or left. He doesn't know at that splits of the second. He doesn't know where she's gonna turn, even though she's turning the wheel. In this moment, he doesn't know what the lady will do. He sees that two officers, their hands are inside of the car. PTSD. He was dragged by the car for 100 yards where his hands stuck with almost the same situation. Potentially, I don't know, but reasonably to assume that he was concerned about these guys. He was concerned about what is going on with this lady. At the moment, so much is going on, and the car is driving now at him. So he pulled the gun, but the car already so close. With his cell phone, he was able to put the hand on the car. Now, at that moment, this is the angle of the car, and he is with his gun. And he was already, I think, he holds the hood of the car or the side of the hood of the car. I think because of the impact, I think, don't quote me on this, that because the car moved him, he discharged the gun like poof, poof, poof. And you say, but we see that the car turns right and he keeps shooting. Yes, because at the angle, and when he was shooting one time, it was split of the seconds, boom, 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 but the car already turned, so it looked like that he is shooting from the side of the car, but it's not he who turned and shoot. It was the car which moved to the right sharply, making the angle look like he was shooting driver in the cold blood shooting. So let me summarize. First, the cell phone. He changed the hand not because he wanted to shoot anybody. He switched the hands to hold the cell phone because it was naturally help him to continue filming and to move around the car. He got spooked too because he didn't know what's going to happen. When the car pulled back, it looks like to me like she's charging the gun, pulling back, and now she's going forward. So he didn't think twice because at this moment, these guys, they train to react right away and ask questions later. So that's the reason you cannot be in those places. He reacted, and then I think he was pushed by the car and discharged his gun. I could be wrong. But there is no way to accuse him that he intentionally created the situation by inserting himself in front of the car. She pulled back, changing the direction, putting him in front of the car, and then moving away from him to her right. And you see the wheels are turning, but how do you even know that she would be able to turn on the ice or on the wet snow? There is no way to reasonably accuse this officer that he overreacted. Lastly, I forgot to mention, yes, she was nicely talked to him. Hey, dude, I'm not mad at you, and she's a very nice lady. But how many do you know sitting in the office that somebody smiles at you and shot you in the back? Again, this guy is not your simple guy. He doesn't care about she smiles. He doesn't know her profile. He doesn't know she's got 3 kids. He doesn't know nothing about her. So she's a nice person, but what does it mean? And that situation for the guy, it means nothing. He knows nothing about her, and he needs to think the worst of her, not the best of her. That's how they train to think. So even if you partially agree with me, this guy cannot be accused of shooting her. But right now, I will tell you how he can be potentially charged with a homicide. Let's first understand that there was a case, Barnes versus Felix, that police officer stopped a person. Potentially it was a moving violation, but it doesn't matter. The police officer told the guy get out of the car. The guy didn't comply and start moving. So the officer jumped on the roof of the car, and the guy inside of the car start moving faster, the officer, fearing for his life, shot the guy. The court said the officer climbed on the roof of the vehicle, created the situation that at some point he started fearing for his life, killed the person. He is guilty because he created the situation. Bam. So how does it apply to this case? Jonathan Ross killed a person because he feared for his life. The same thing with the guy on the roof. He killed the suspect fearing for his life. But who put him on the roof? Who put that officer in front of the vehicle? And you go, wait a minute, you just told us that she turned by herself and she was going at him. And I say, no, this is not what I mean. Let's circle back to the beginning to figure out who created this situation, which ended with the officer shooting Renee Good. Renee Good, with her wife, parked their car perpendicular to the road. They didn't block the road completely, but still, why would you do that? Regardless of that, on the video, we don't see any ICE operations. We don't see the ICE running around like telling people what to do. We don't see anything. In fact, we can see that Renee showing people, hey, pass me by. Then another vehicle, Officer Ross, coming from the back of Renee's car, moving with his car and parks after Renee's car, gets out and start filming her. Number one, why did he park after her when we just understood there is no ICE operations? This lady looked to me as American with the dog inside, with her partner or wife. And the partner told him, I'm United States citizen. He doesn't care to talk to her. He doesn't care to talk to Renee. When he comes to her and starts filming her, what did she say? She said, dude, I'm not mad at you. This is very important. Nobody talks about that. And I'm building up the case. In this moment, when she tells him, I'm not mad at you, she's not worrying about him. She's worrying about her because she fears this guy so much. So she's concerned that he is mad at her. So she fears of retaliation. Something happened before. The guy doesn't answer. At this moment, you have to understand, she is concerned. There is something is going on. From the other side, if you've been in army or with the police department or any security details, what happened was that Jonathan Ross with his vehicle came from one side, these guys came from the other side, and he was circled to the up front. So they technically or tactically, they were surrounding her vehicle. I'm not claiming that I know what they did. I'm looking at the video and I'm making my judgment call. You do yours. So this is what I see. She afraid of this guy and she tells him, please don't touch me. I'm not mad at you. Don't retaliate to me. This guy, for some reason, filming this car. Why would he do that? Why would he film the car where he knows that there is a citizen of United States inside, or reasonable person wouldn't see her as some kind of immigrant with her wife? So he goes around filming. Why? I will give you my opinion. So he creates the situation where he and his partners agreed maybe to arrest them, maybe to hustle them, maybe to prank them. I don't know. There is nobody on the internet noticed that, but only former cops from Texas. Yesterday, I was listening what the cops could talk about this incident, how they see this situation. One guy said, "Oh, it looks like they're trying to arrest her."
And it also gave this idea that there was potentially an arrest plan because there were two other DHS officers that approached her and they failed to extract her from the vehicle.
And I said, bingo, this is exactly what I see. So now I'm just bringing all the things together. So this guy walks around filming. The reason I'm thinking he creates the evidence that this car somehow parked incorrectly. So at the time when other guys surround her, he would have an evidence that she did something wrong. Then he encountered Renee's wife and he films her, so he was trying to go around. And these guys from the left, they rushing toward Renee screaming, "Get out of the car." They don't know her, presumably. They don't know that she did anything. How they were able to determine a probable cause of something illegal? Because they are not traffic officers. They shouldn't be arresting her toward her and screaming, "Get out of the car." She got scared for her life. And she got scared to the point that she couldn't hear anything and she started driving away. And then Officer Russ killed her. Now let's compare to the situation with Barnes versus Felix. The police officer got on the roof and created the situation where he started fearing for his life. In my opinion, ICE officers created the situation that spooked that lady and she started running away, creating the situation for the officer to be fearful for his life and discharge his weapon. So my sincere message to you, it doesn't matter can you charge this guy or not. This has happened. The problem with Renee and her partner, they shouldn't be in the first place there. Please don't get involved with the ICE. There's no reason for you to do that. Federal government is putting these guys in danger and we need to stay away. We need to voice our concerns through elected politicians and we need to tell them to stop this insane executive order for ICE to go and arrest people without any reasonable cause, keeping in mind that there are 20 million of illegal immigrants. If we will be removing 1,000 a day, crazy, but let's say 1,000 a day, we would need 55 years to remove them all. Or if we will do 100 people a day, it will take us 550 years to remove them. This is not a solution, but if you want to participate from right or the left, read the Purple Vision. There are all answers what we need to do. Why don't you? Why don't you sign up for my channel? And why don't you fight peacefully as Americans? Thank you so much. You guys take care.